So the second thing on there is the zeolites. Now, interesting, there was a email this morning that I saw with Carl C. So he put out a thing saying that the zeolite holds nanotechnology, and it's putting together, it's basically creating nanotechnology. And my immediate thought was, which zeolite is he using? And it was really interesting because, of course, he is using Australian zeolite. And this is the thing that always worries me with scientists, because they don't have funding, a lot of these independent guys who are out there doing stuff. And because he doesn't have a budget. Him and David Nixon are working, they're working 14 hours a day, but they don't have a budget. So if they're going to test for zeolite, what are they going to test for? And most people have been to me over the last 3 years talking about the zeolites they're using to help to detoxify their bodies after the jibbity jabs. They're using cheapest chips zeolites. And that might be fine for doing a foot bath or having a bath, but I would never take it internally. So we've got Australian zeolite, but here in Australia, no one is cleansing and purifying the zeolite. They can say it's micronized and all sorts of stuff, but they're not cleansing it. So anyway, you've heard my zeolite rants before, but it was really interesting that this morning Carl actually posted a Substack about zeolites and how bad they are because they're creating nanotechnology. Now, as you know, I've literally just started playing with a new zeolite. It arrived last week. So Jason and I have had some doses, and this is the one that has been, it's been researched for 9 years by a Greek researcher. So if I can find his interview, I'll pop that in the chat. Make sure you let me know if I forget to do that, but I'll try to do that because it's worth a listen. He's very much, he was trying to find a way of making it water soluble so that it can cross the membranes of anything in the body. So that's really exciting. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm more hopeful. Interestingly, with the things that people had on, okay, so with my hands on people last week, I can't remember whether it was this list or something else, but anyway, I had some people muscle testing zeolites, and I had 5 different zeolites that they checked for. And the pure water soluble one, which is more expensive than all of the others, it didn't muscle test up as a priority for anyone. Because I've got my other Z-Tox and the zeolite pure and things like that, which have been heated to the 700 degrees. They haven't been checked for as many toxins as the new one has been. And the other one's muscle tested up for a few people over the water soluble. And I suppose what I would say there, if someone doesn't have the health issues and they can get away with a cheaper one, why wouldn't the body agree with that if it's still got a really nice charge about it? Because it's all about the charge with zeolite. So I know I've said this before, but basically because zeolite is a negatively charged mineral, crystal, it's negatively charged. It goes and it sops up the worst positively charged toxins, and that temporarily makes the zeolite positively charged, and then it's drawn back to negatively charged toxins, of which cancer is one. So we get this ping pong balancing all of the time for 7 to 9 hours, and that's when the zeolite leaves the body. So other things like humic acid and fulvic acid and bentonite clay, they all have a charge, but zeolite's the highest charge in my understanding.